Right, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the Final Fantasy X Hardcore Nuzlocke. If you join us in the chat, great to have you with us as always. Smash the like button if you're enjoying the content so far and the challenge. And let's get on with tonight's live stream. Right, a bit of another chill one tonight. We're doing more grinding for the Spectral Keeper boss fight. So, where did we pick up last time? Audio's coming in good. Where did we come... where did we finish off last time? That was... we kick-started, actually, the Berserk Ward. Sorry. We kick-started the Berserk Ward grinding after completing the Spectral Keeper item farming. And what we needed for that was... those all-important Hypella potions, 32 from the one shred in the in the monster arena, and we've picked up the 7 required stamina tablets. I'm going to go over that in tomorrow's stream against the Spectral Keeper if we can get Riku's Berserk Ward armor today. We of course need 2 Soul Springs for that fight as well, and I think that's it in terms of items. Oh no, actually we need some additional elixirs as well. So actually, we've got more than we hoped for there because we only need 10 going forward, I believe. So, let's see. But today we're after Berserk Ward and 2 free slots for Riku. So that's Dauntless with the 2 frees. I am going to adopt a different tact though when it comes to the... the setup versus the Mandragora, because I realised last time if things didn't go correctly, or if we didn't get that all-important preemptive strike on one of the battles versus the Mandragora, because it's the Mandragora that's going to give us the Berserk Ward armour, we would have resulted in an attempt loss, and in pretty much a game over, or we would have lost key characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of a tank strat today. Right, so let's give Kimahri that. That means we can give Auron HP plus 5, so we've already given him that. That's good. Is there anything better we can give him? I don't think there is. Oh, nice. No, so we'll keep with the Onyx Bracer for him. And then because Riku's got evading counter, Mandragora's only got physical attacks. But what I'm actually going to do is swap Auron for Tidus here. And then swap Riku's weapon to... Well, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So we can give him the sensor, and we can now give her the initiative so we don't get the ambush. That means we can swap Tidus back to the first strike. No, hang on. I need to think about this. Because the only way I'm going to get Kimahri and Auron... What I was attempting to do, or what I was thinking about doing is using Mighty Guard with Kimahri and bringing in Auron. So they're all defended. But I don't think that's actually going to work. I think nonetheless, I am going to tank up the boys. Or at least tank up Kimahri. Yeah, it's almost like I need Riku with evading counter and not with first strike here. So, yeah, just thinking about if we can try something different, you see, because Let me just test something out. I am going to test something here, and I'm just hoping it pays off. Right, you've got an overdrive, so that's fine. Because what I need to be careful of is... I need to be careful if Auron, or if I fuck up with Shooting Star, basically. So let's give you that. And you that. And let's just cash in on... So I guess what we're going to do is... we don't actually... suppose we could use Riku's Overdrive to go into Mighty G, and then hopefully get an Auron Overdrive off as well. Because I am really concerned that if I fuck up with Auron's Overdrive, I need a backup plan for the lads, you see, if they are facing a physical attack from the Mandragora. So... what I'm considering is starting with Riku, doing a Mighty G, and it's a bit of a mess about, but I think it just protects us from getting an attempt over, really. What we do need to do, though, is get Riku into... SOS, I think. Yo, Triz Joe, what's up, my man? Welcome to the fun tonight, buddy. We are Berserk ward grinding. I'm just think I've just come up with a new strat that I want to test out. That will stop us getting a game over versus the Mandragora. I've just got to get Riku into SOS HP here. So, what's going to be the best monster to do that against? I've got a feeling it's going to be probably the Snow Wolf. Hang on, have I got... I just need to check what overdrive mode I've got. So let's get Far Plane up. I am going to use Far Plane where I can tonight, just to make things easier. I don't think I'm going to be relying on it, though. But let me just check if I can figure out what overdrive mode she's on. It's Slayer. That's not good. Right, so let's just get out of here for a sec. We're not optimised enough here. Hope things are well, Triz Joe. What you up to these days, pal? Now your No Sphere Grid challenge is done. So for everyone joining us in the chat on the VOD or on the VOD, welcome. Thanks for checking out Jit Geek and the Nuzlocke challenge. Hope everyone's doing good. Right, what we actually need is probably Riku in SOS here. Or do we? No, we don't. No, we don't. I'm overthinking this. I think we just jump into it. Come on, pad. I mean, we get the preemptive, which is lucky, really, but let's just say, for instance, we didn't. It's likely that we're actually going to get a turn. So what we could do is just really double up. But yeah, we're doing that all-important Berserk War grinding, and if we don't get it, if we don't get what we need, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep resetting until we get what we need. Yeah, see, there we didn't, but the Mandragora should have a 50% drop rate, you see. So, I'm really hoping for a quick turnaround. Mostly just playing Dark and Darker, and it's like Medieval Tarkov. Oh, nice, nice. Is that on Steam or PS5 or something else? Never. To be honest, I'm gonna be transparent. Not heard of it, so But yeah, best of luck, pal. Right, let's set ourselves up back up for that. I didn't save after all of that. So what we basically need is the tank strat here, because I am very conscious. So we've got a sensor, we've got initiative, and now we just need... Has Kimari got a plus 20 in HP? No. So let's give him that, and you can stick with that. Right, let's just save over 143. Everyone's got an overdrive, which is good. On Steam, oh, that's cool. I've just purchased a load of Final Fantasy games because they're on sale on Steam. It's just so much easier, man. And I just haven't got the money to be spending on PS5 these days, so consoles are expensive and games are, man. But when stuff comes cheap on Steam, yeah, you got to capitalise on it. I'm going to make a run at the Omega Ruins boss soonish though as well. Buzz in, pal, buzz in. I'm just trying to think if that's something I have done on the guide. I know I've done the capturing in Omega Ruins. I'm just trying to think. It may have been something that I have either forgotten to do, or it's recorded and I just haven't put it into the guide yet. So you'll have to let me know. If you watch it, that is. Right, so we're not doubling up on anything, which is good. Let's just give you that so we're really not doubling up on everything. Ultima's going to be a piece of cake, and if you're post Overdrive Sin though, Triz Joe, Omega Weapon I don't think is going to be an issue either. Right, what I might do is a pad reset in a bit, because... So let's just jump straight in, because this is going to be the typical setup. So let's just hope things work out here. Just trying to think if there's anything we can swap into, but no. I don't think Riku's going to get hit here, which is good. 504, so that's fine. Like I said, Orange should be able to get the attack off. But if I don't, I need to have a backup strat. So what I could do with this probably is probably giving Kimari some sort of poison ward. So I do need to do a reset there. But that's fine. I think we need to optimise the Mandragora strat because I'm very fearful. But if it's not killing Kimari, then that's a good thing, because its only attack is physical. It can't hit Riku, and I don't think it can take out Auron. But what I'm thinking we give Auron, though, is a poison ward. Because if he gets hit... In fact, I'm just going to... one zone. If Auron gets hit... there's a chance he might die, which I can't really have. So what that means is we can give Kimari even more health. Right, I think we're optimised for Mandragora. So let's just kick off. Triz Joe in the chat saying, yeah, PC gaming is the way forward, more affordable, fun enough, since console always meant to be the cheap way to go, and it's terrible, man. It really is. Yeah, so much cheaper on Steam, man. So much cheaper. Right, so there's that evade encounter kicking in. Oh no, we don't need to, so we can defend. And then Shooting Star. I mean, Aurum with Protect should be fine. But what we're after, though, is Berserk Ward with 2 free slots. We are likely to get a lot of Poison Ward and a lot of Poison Touch equipment because of the drop percentages from Mandragora. So, a bit of a slow one today, but this is the last piece of the Spectral Keeper puzzle to nail down that strategy. So, once we've done this, we're on to Spectral Keeper. Equipment. Yeah, PC game is the way forward, I think, man. Especially stuff getting really dear. Like, I checked out the, even the Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's forever on sale. I'm not going to buy it, I don't think. Seems to be getting loads of... seems to be getting loads of preemptives. Right, hang on. I just need to do a quick reset of the pad. Seems to not be connecting well with the Bluetooth tonight. So yeah, a bit of a slow one today, folks. But like I said, this is the last phase of the Spectral Keeper strat that we need to do. What that means is, on the next episode is going to be all about defeating the Spectral Keeper, no matter how many turns that takes. See, we're going to get a lot of poison because you've got more chance of getting poison than you have anything. What I will take, though, is I'll take Berserk Ward, 2 free slots for any other character. I'll take Berserk Ward with 1 or 2 used slots for Riku. And I'll take Berserk Ward with 2 free slots for Riku, obviously. So, a few, I will take that just to progress, really. Trizio saying, have you played Exposition 33 yet? I haven't, but I'm not going to promise I'm going to play it because I've barely got time to play this. What I would say is, though, is the playthroughs I have watched have been absolutely phenomenal, man. I just can't get enough of that game. I just think it is so nice. It's just, it's a beauty to watch. It really is. Have you still got that +5? Yes, you have. Okay. I need to change that in the next session. So yeah, I haven't played it, but the amount of hours I've watched of it, Trizio, I just think it's a phenomenal game, man. If that doesn't win Game of the Year, it's a con. It's either a con or it's fixed. I'm telling you. Oh, God's sake. Just gone on to the Eternal Calm. So yeah, Game of the Year for me. Fine time, man. It's going to give you that same FFX feel. I heard it's just as good, if not better. I heard it's like modern day FFX. And from what I've seen Luke Goblin play and Danskaway and a few others, yeah, I've heard it's the way forward, man. Have you played it yourself then, Trizio, I take it? Silk Song is massive, but yeah, Expedition 33 deserves it. I haven't heard of Silk Song. Right. Riku can just defend. That's perfect. Kimari can defend. You all can defend. And we just let Auron do his thing. This is a lot quicker than actually farming it, because it takes a few minutes, to be fair. So if we just keep resetting, we'll eventually get some decent RNG. And we'll eventually get a Berserk Wall drop. I know we will. So it's just about grinding it out, really. But yeah, Expedition 33. Come out of nowhere. Beautiful game. It is one for the it is definitely one for the future, though. Absolutely. Absolutely it is, pal. Considering I've been very disappointed with recent Final Fantasy games. I mean, I sank so much time into... Right, that's good. Yeah, I've sank so much time into 12, into... What else? 12, 13, hundreds and thousands of hours. Thousands of hours into this game. And, to be honest, after 10, nothing's quite topped it. In fact, nothing's come close. I've sank hundreds of hours into 7. Silksong is the sequel to Hollow Knight. It crashed Stream, the Nintendo shop, and a bunch of sites when it went live, since everyone was buying it all at once. Jesus, man. I'll have to give that a go as well. Is that on your to play list then, Trizjo, or is that like something you've already played and already... It's like a Metroid style game. Oh, I remember Metroid back in the day, man. That was a sick game. Come on, Berserk Ward. Berserk Ward 2 freeze. That'd be lovely. So is it like a modern day like platform game? But let's just have a quick look at this Silksong. Hollow Knight Silksong. Oh, that looks ace. I love the art style. That looks brilliant. So it is kind of like a platform game. It must have like... Has it got like mad graphics or FMVs or something? Or is it all in that kind of sort of anime cartoon vibe? Haven't played it, or Hollow Knight by Buddy is big on it. But a buddy is big on it. He even streams speedruns of the first game. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, it's like super hard platform boss and experience. That's what you want these days. Games are too easy, man. Games are too easy. That's why you need big, fat challenges just to make things somewhat competitive and somewhat, like... I find the fun in the challenge. Right, that's a good thing. 740. I just need to check the poison rates. Mantra. Right, 185. God almighty, that's a range. Need to be careful with Kimari then. So yeah, all about getting that Berserk Ward armor tonight. And all we've had so far is nil drops and Poison Touch and Poisoned Ward, which is not good. I think in the previous stream we got a Stone Ward and 2 free slots for Riku, and I'm really considering now, if we do get that, it might just be worth taking it. I think for now, though, we'll keep going. We've got more of a chance of getting a drop versus the Mandragora than we have any other enemy that does drop Berserk Ward. So, I guess the only other thing we could do... So we're going to end up getting bullshit drops like this, though. What we could do is face the Shred again and potentially overkill it. I don't know if overkilling, though, does... Let me just check again. So, Berserk Ward. I don't know if overkilling, though, doubles the chances of us getting a drop. Right, Lord Dochu we can't do. Mihen we can't go back now. We only need 2 slots, to be fair. Moonflow we can't go back to. Ochu we can't go back to. Marusu is a 6 out of 7 drop, but it's 3%. So if we say 100% times 0.03, that's a 3% drop. And then divided by 2, and then divided by... or times by 1.5, so 6 divided by 7 times 1.5, and then technically for Riku that's a 0.2 drop, 0.2% drop, 0.2% drop if we faced the Marusu. Mafdet is pretty much the same. No, it might be a 4% drop, to be fair. Malbra. Oh, Malbra's a 50% drop rate. That wouldn't be a bad shout, to be fair. Because we've captured one of them. The Shred, though, Berserk Ward... But again, that's a 4% drop. But that's a 100% drop if it's an armor. Mandragora 50%. Yeah. Okay. So it's either the Malbra or it's either the Malbra or... So 50%, slots 2 to 4. Oh, we've even got a chance of getting 4 slots though. Right, 34 strength. .32 strength, so it's slightly weaker. I am considering going for the Marlborough here, actually. So, it's a 1 in 7 though, and it's 50%. So, let me just do the maths. So, 50 times 0.5, and then divided by 2, and then divided by 7. I mean, for Riku, that's technically a 0.5 drop, but actually overall, it's a 3.5% drop for a Berserk Ward. And we're more than likely to get a 3-slot equipment. So I think we actually adjust the strat and go for the Marlborough here. But yeah, sure play Exposition 33 after your Nuzlocke. Don't spoil the ending though, it's excellent. Shooting Star on Marlborough is satisfying and nothing else. Absolutely agree actually at Trizjo. So let's go for, actually, let's slightly do a bit of an adjustment here and go for the Marlborough instead. Same strat. We're not going to get hit though by Bad Breath. That's the other good thing, because it's got a counter and it can only do a physical. So shit, I've gone for the Mandragora. Oh well. Next time we'll do the Marlborough. So that was just out of habit. Oof, 522. We haven't got to worry about poison then as well. So let's see what this brings. Yeah, we haven't got to... Yeah, I agree. Shooting Star and Marlborough always feels nice. Yeah, we're getting nothing. Okay, let's switch things up and try the Marlborough. I actually think the Marlborough is safer because we don't have to worry about poison. We've got a chance of actually getting 4 free slots on the armour. And we've only actually got to worry about the physical attacks. To be fair, it might actually be slower as well than the Mandragora, which means we might actually, after the Mighty G, get a turn in with Auron. Right, let's see. So, mix the Mighty G. Do the boys get a turn? No, they don't. So it's just a physical. Okay. But everyone can survive that, you see. So I think this is a lot safer, this battle. I mean, same results. The fact that it's got a 50% drop rate is a bit absurd, really, because we've had 3 battles now without a drop. So yeah, it's the RNG gods are not with us so far, so we need to do some serious praying, like we did in the Hypella Potion stream. We've got to pray to everyone, man. Lord Harris, Botter on the bench. RNG gods, everyone. I was hoping maybe actually if we bring in Tidus, and Tidus then will get a turn, I believe, after we use Mighty G. What that means is we can bring Auron in then to do the Shooting Star. Rain dancing for a drop. Let's hope let's hope that Berserk Ward rains on our parade, man. I'm really hoping for it. And not a bad one, but it's a fancy weapon for Aurum, but dog shit for what we need. Now, if I'm honest, I could do this. I could just hack it in, right? But I'm not going to. I've took a few liberties recently with some of the hacking in, particularly around the Hypella potions. So what I'm considering is we do this somewhat naturally. I'm just going to go and revisit, though, the Mafdet odds of getting this. So 4%. So actually it's a 2% drop from the Mafdet. Divide by 2. But actually, I wonder if overkills. Here we go. Overkills and drops. FFX. And equipment drops. But has no effect on equipment drops. A 50-50 chance for a weapon or armor. Number of slots and the abilities, but not overkill. How overkilling works. No impact on equipment. The character who delivers the killing blow has a higher chance of being the character who receives the equipment. This may be actually the reason why we go down the Riku and Berserk ward. I think yeah, I do believe actually the percentages are probably negligible here. We haven't got to mess about wasting turns then. So Mafdet, International or PAL version. So at the very least, we've got... Plus, we can just use Eureka Overdrive to take care of it. So we've got 100 times 0.03. Divide by 2 is 1.5 on a Berserk ward. That is 6 out of 7. 6 divided by 7, 0.857, so 1.5 times 0.857, 1.3 basically percent. Right, what about though the shred? Did we do that calculation before? So at the very least it's 3%. Obviously divide by 2. I tell you what, we'll give it a bit of time with the Marlborough, and then we'll see about maybe doing it against the shred. I mean, if it is a drop, I suppose, versus the shred, it's going to be, well, it's likely to be Berserk ward, you see. And I think we can just use Eureka Overdrive just to take it out. Because we're having to mess about and defending ourselves here, so... Plus, Riku gets the kill versus the shred. No. It's because of how... It's because of the percentages. So let me just go back to the calc. Marusu, we've got that. Mafdet. Right, Marlborough. So, oh, but it's the, oh no, okay, so 50% drop divided by 2 for an armour, and then divided by 7 for Berserk Ward. So it's a 3.5% drop that we get Berserk Ward. 0.5% if it's for Riku, and then half that, I suppose. So yeah, we're looking at a 0.3. I don't think it. I think it's negligible. I reckon we go actually for the shred strat here. Oh, LG, my man, what's happening, brother? How's it going, man? Yes, indeed, a Geek in the Week stream on the Nuzlocke. I thought I'd jump on. We've actually got the all important Spectral Keeper fight as well going tomorrow. But a bit of a slow start, pal, to be fair. I'm just trying to figure out what's probably the best strategy to farm for a Berserk Ward with 2 frees for Riku. Because that is the last piece of the Spectral Keeper strategy then. So Shred, I mean, you get 40%. With 3 slots, so I suppose I've got to factor that in as well. So 100 times 3% is 3. Divide by 2, and then I suppose I've got to times that by 0.4, so that's a 0.6. Okay, now I think we'll be here all day with the shred. But there again, we don't have to worry. We don't have to. We get more of a chance because Riku's getting the kill, and because, well, yeah, I think let's go back to the drawing board. I'm thinking we go with the shred, and we just use one of Riku's overdrives. So in the P Birdman guide, it says to get a Berserk Ward. I mean, considering we've beaten those odds before. Fuck it, let's go for it. Let's go back to the shred, my old mate, because what we can do is go straight into this. Is this going to be enough to take it out? Yep, we just don't get the overkill. Imagine me get it first time, that'd just be busted. No. It's a shame Riku can't get her overdrive back so we don't have to reset. Oh, gone onto the bloody Eternal Calm again. Yeah, 0.6, man. It's all really low drops. But I think probably the shred I think we're going to have probably an easier time versus the shred. Yeah, 0.6% Charles, play man. I'm wondering. Ah, I should have gone with the Melusine. I'm wondering if actually it's going to be quicker getting Riku's overdrive back manually rather than resetting all the time. Let's put the ×4 on. Ideally, actually, we need to get Riku into SOS. So let's just do that. Let's escape. Escape. There we go. Perfect. It's on the list, man. Expedition 33. It's definitely on the list. Definitely on the list, boys. But how many turns can we get? It's got 2,000. Now we only need 2. What I can do actually is fight the Marusu, or is it the Mafdet, twice. Has more chance of actually of getting some form of drop. I think actually this is probably the optimized strategy here. I see you've been trying to get Geek to play Expedition 33. I've been trying for a while. He's a stubborn man. Yeah, got to get into it. You'll kick yourself for having... Yeah, I know, man. I know. I guess, yeah, it's one of them. Priorities, isn't it, really? But yeah. And I think I've missed the boat, I think, with regards to the hype. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, my God. I'm going to take that. I don't care. I'm taking it. I fucking knew this would be the strat, man. Right, considering we're only 48 minutes in, I'm actually going to keep going. But that is literally what I need for Riku. So I'm going to take it and we'll just see. We'll have another half an hour just to see if we can get something for Riku. But yeah, that's exactly the armor I needed for Riku. Right, let's just get rid of one of these. Oh, DLC rumours. Nice, man. What do you reckon the DLC is going to be about, then? Or is that going to spoil the game? Holy drop, I know, man. Exactly what we needed. That's fucking busted. Definitely haven't missed any hypes, especially since they've announced DLC today. Really? What was the DLC on? Yeah, man, holy fucking drop. I can't believe we've just got what we needed from a measly Mafdet. Imagine we get it again. No, I doubt. No. That drop was fucking busted. We're going to give it a couple, you know, probably give it another, yeah, 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. Just to see if we can get something for, legitimately for Riku. Because we're early doors in the stream tonight. And to be fair, we can then go back to grinding out some items for Lady Yunalesca. free DLC. They just love to give the fans what they want, man. Literally love to give the fans what they want. Yeah, if Kamari gets another one now, I'm definitely swapping. No. So that, yeah, I think this is definitely the faster way of grinding out this Berserk Ward. Especially with Riku, like, set up the way she is. And grenades and stuff, I think it's cheaper. I guess the only thing that we're going to struggle with is when we run out of grenades. Which is a shame, but is what it is. So I think we got lucky, right, with that Serene Armlet. And if we get to the end of this stream and we haven't got it, I think that's going to be the Riku armor that we go with. But let's see. Shred. A £50 game with free DLC, I suppose, LG. Yeah, or a €50 game. At the end of the day, right, it's one of them. It's like, they're all trying to capitalise on it, aren't they? FF17 will probably be €80 and paid DLC. It will be, yeah. I'm just hoping it's good. Even the trailers and stuff put me off of FF16, if I'm honest. I just weren't feeling it. Really weren't feeling it at all. Like, it just doesn't feel like an FF game. It just feels like Devil May Cry. And to be quite honest, I am a fan of Devil May Cry, don't get me wrong. But when I play Devil May Cry, I play because I want to play Devil May Cry. When I play Final Fantasy, oh fuck's sake, I play Final Fantasy because I want to play Final Fantasy, not Devil May Cry. I cannot believe that, like, the third battle versus the Mafdet of all things, we get the drop. But for Kimari, oh shit. There we go. Let's see if we can get this slept. Just to protect Kimari, this is. Oh, nice. We even got the kill. That's good. Trailers for 16 weren't great until they announced it was DMC Lite. Yeah, I just weren't feeling that, man. At all, really. I'm really on the fence as to what they're going to do with FF17. I really am. I'm just... Will it be a hybrid? Will it be FF16? Will it be something completely new, maybe? That'd be cool. If they just went in a completely new direction. That would be cool. The Square team met Samfall at the convention and people were going nuts in the comments saying, please let Samfall remake X. Wouldn't be bad. The thing about 16 is that its story had fantastic potential. It did, man. It had that real Game of Thrones vibe. I was digging that. I was digging, like, the setting. Yeah, it was the fact that it was, like, real MMO, wasn't it? It was, like, it just didn't... It wasn't Final Fantasy enough in my eyes. Preemptive. Nice. Wonder if there's something I can get an overkill with. Although, I doubt it does say online that overkills doesn't affect drops, so I don't think actually I need to overkill it. But they put an MMO team in charge. They did. It looks cool. You know, it did half remind me of Game of Thrones Season 8. It was all spectacle. but really wasn't anything what the fans wanted. So all the bad stuff about MMO games made it into FF16, yeah. It's like they wanted to cram as much MMO into a single person FF game as possible. Hopefully Expedition 33 showed Square that they need to stay true to turn-based. I would not get my hopes up. I wouldn't either, LG. Really. Well, we're running short of grenades here, so we might have to do different tact. Could go to Macalania. Most of the enemies there on Mafdet. I suppose what we could do is... No, we can't buy anything. We can't buy bloody grenades. Let's put a save in because we've got the Serene Armlet. Because really, that was just an RNG drop. That could have easily have been for Riku. What have we got in terms of overdrives, actually? Because what I'm thinking is... maybe we go and get 99... oh, no, I suppose let's wait until we've run out, actually. I'm convinced overkills do something to the drop rate. Convinced. Just wondering if there's another way of killing this without using precious grenades. Right, what we need to do is actually get Riku back into SOS here, so let's just do that first. Lovely jubbly. They had the Persona 5 and Dragon Quest hype and they still went the other direction. Heck, they still do Octopath Traveler and that's turn-based. Yeah, they put the wrong people in charge at Square and it all goes way back to X2. Everyone knew Square was going downhill. When they said EA is a great inspiration... oh, for God's sake. They really need to rethink, man, their strategies. They do. They need the new strat. They do. They need the new strat. Or they need to just go back to the old strat. I think they just need turn-based with a modern twist. And maybe that's the 7... maybe that's the remake. The 7 remake. Maybe that's the compromise everyone's just got to make. So we're doing 4 grenades per battle and 2 maps. But if we switched to Daredevil... Four grenades and 2 maps. So we can't... And we gave... Let's bring Tidus in. I've got another plan here. Just to use less items, really. Because sometimes we're having to use 3 against the Mafdet. Maybe I think we need to do the Marusu instead. Because that's the same drop rate. Six out of 7. 6 out of 7. Yeah, Mafdet's 7-10, and that doesn't always fall under the remit of 2 grenades. They had a hand in Nier Automata, and that's one of the best games I've ever played. It doesn't even need to be turn-based. Kingdom Hearts, the FF7 remake, they can do action mixed with the average G. That's exactly what they need to do, LG. Some sort of hybrid, I think. Some modern twist. Where are we with overdrives? Right. Okay. We need something cheap, and we need something physical. And we need something that's going to die in 1 turn. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be this. So let's see if we can get turns. Right, I'm going to test my strat out after this battle. So let me see if I can get enough turns to get Riku's Overdrive back in 1 battle here. Maybe a bit longer, but we might just be able to do it in 1 battle. No, I doubt it, to be fair. This Melusine might be actually quite quick. I'm wondering if that is programmed to actually hit the character with the lowest HP. No. But we're getting Riku's Overdrive back. Meh. I'm not convinced. I think we just go with the Marusu instead. So let's put her back to Slayer. Nah, it's just the time, LG, rather than the items. Just trying to optimise the strat, that's all. I don't think we can do much about this part. Yeah, it's not the gil or it's just the time, really. Just because I've got to go back to the I've got to go back to the Calmland central area in a bit. But I guess what we can do. Oh no, the Marusu. is actually the lowest HP enemy that drops Berserk Ward. But we're guaranteed to take it out in 2, yeah. Yeah, so it's just about time, really. I suppose what we could do is save a grenade and just do this. Yeah, because now we're only using 3 grenades. So, and it's guaranteed 3. Yeah, for 17, they just need to come up with some sort of mixed overdrive, man. Mixed overdrive, mixed battle system. And if we get a critical grenade versus this, it's just 2 grenades then. What are the odd differences? In terms of drop percentages, the Marusu versus the Mafdet is nothing. But to kill the Mafdet, it potentially takes an extra grenade, you see. It just means I have to go back to the central location less, that's all. So it's more about time than anything. I'll just use 1 less grenade. I know what's going to happen. We're going to get to the end of the stream and we're just going to have that Serene Armlet. I know we are. So yeah, between the Marusu and the Mafdet, the percentage of getting a Berserk Ward is negligible. God, that Berserk Ward was a lucky drop though, man. I think they are. But I think that's 0.6 though for Riku, you see. Like I did say at the start of the stream, if I got Berserk Ward 2 free slots for another character, I'd take it and I'd swap it. But I guess I'm just, because we were so early on in the stream, I guess I wanted to see if we could legitimately get Riku her one. But I am prepared to use Farplane or FFX Editor to edit that for Riku now. So I guess this feels like a bit wasted, but at the end of the day, the intention for this stream was to just literally get Riku her Berserk Ward. .6 is half the fights from a 0.3. What do you mean? Oh, you mean in terms of weapon and armour? Right, a couple more battles and then we will... I thought I was on a... No, we don't need to use a grenade. We need to use the 2 maps. Yeah, when you whittle it all down, it's not that high, the percentage of getting a drop at all. But when you do get a drop, I guess it's exactly what we need now versus all of the versus the Marusu and the Shred. Whereas with the previous strategies versus the Mandragora, we were getting a shitload of drops, but for the wrong character with the wrong abilities. So it feels... It's probably all about the same, to be honest, but I've got more chance of getting a Berserk Ward, I feel. It's like when we won't get a drop for ages, but when we do, it's likely to be a Berserk Ward. So yeah, we could be here for another fucking 3 hours, but no, we don't need that. We need that one. Right, now the shreds. Sick of fighting this guy though, but one of them. All in aid of defeating Spectral Keeper. Right, just need to check how many grenades I have. Got 5. Okay. So that means that 4, 3, we can do another 2 rounds. Was, for example, a 0.6% drop will happen 1 in 167 fights, more or less, while a 0.3 will happen in 330 fights. Got you. Okay. I tell you what, when we get more grenades, we'll redo the math, okay? But we'll redo the math for any character to get a Berserk Ward with 2 free slots. You're very true. It's very true. I think I went a bit wrong there with the grenades. Never mind. We'll go after this one anyway. I guess what I'll do is, though, I'm going to give myself until the 2-hour mark, since we've got this one for Kimari. Because if not, I could just use the rest of today's session grinding for Yunalesca items. So let's just get set up for what's the name? The Calmlands, just in case we get into a battle. Let's get on Choco. The chances of us getting into a battle are extremely small. Oh, what have I done that for? What an idiot. Okay. Right, let's go back and just do another quick bit of maths. Because you are right. It may not seem... It may seem negligible. Okay, so what we've got is then, we've got from the math debt, no, sorry, from the Marlborough. So 100 times 50% is 50%. Divide by 2 for armours, and then divide by 7. So it's a 3.5% chance for a drop of a Berserk Ward armour from a Marlborough. For any character. But actually, slots, you get 2 to 4, and we need 3 or more. So there's a 60% chance of getting 3 or more. So times that 3.5%. So there's a 2.14 chance from getting Berserk Ward, I'm just going to type it in the chat, plus 2 or more free slots. So let's put that as Marlborough. It might be worth going back to the Marlborough one. Let's say... Let's just check Mandragora, because we might be able to bucket them two up. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, albeit you can't get 4 slots from the Mandragora. So that's for any character. Or from the shred. So 100. Now, it depends, right? Because the original Japanese version, or the NA, I'm guessing that's the North American version, is a 3% drop, or it's a 4% drop for the international or the PAL version. It just depends what version the remaster took, and I believe it was the international version. But let's say it's 3% because... So, a drop rate of 3%. So you divide that by 2. I suppose we're already... But... So there's a 1 from the shred. There's a 1.5%. But if it is a 4% drop rate, it's a 2%. So let me... Getting... Actually, no. You need to divide that by 40% actually. So you're probably right, LG. So at most, it's... Yeah, it's a 0.6. And if it is a 1.5, if it is a 2% drop, so 4 divided by 2 as for armors, guaranteed to be Berserk Ward. But actually we need 3 free slots, so you've got to divide that by 40%. Yeah, it's a 0.6 to 0.8 drop. Of getting Berserk Ward. Yeah, so I think you're right. I think we probably do need to go back to the Malboro. I do want to try and get it for Riku, legitimately. Plus... Remaster is international. Okay, so it's a 0.8% then. We're getting Berserk Proof, plus 2 free slots from the Shred. But that's for any character. Okay, 1 in 125, yep. So what's 2.14? So yeah, so if we face the Malboro or the Mandragora for any character, it's a 2.14% chance of getting Berserk Ward. But, we have to mess about with Mighty G, because if we fuck up with Shooting Star, then we've got to be able to take one of the physical attacks. So let's say from the Malboro, because that seemed like the safest option. We had to avoid poison. So let's say the Malboro. But that's for any character. But I'm willing to, I suppose, we've already got what we came for in Berserk Ward, 2 free slots from that fucking math debt. But I'm telling you, that was just streamer's luck, I think. I'm not convinced by that drop. Although, if we get to the end of the stream and it's like midnight and we haven't got anything else, I'm taking it. However, if we fight the Shred, we've got a 0.8% chance of getting Berserk Ward plus 2 free slots for any character. So it does make more sense to do the Malboro strat, but it takes longer. That's the thing. And because we've got to keep resetting and resetting and resetting. That's the thing. Oh, yeah. That's a good way of looking at it, actually, LG. That's a very good way of looking at it. Let's give our Auron some more defense or something then. This will do. Okay, let's do a quick bit of time. I mean, look, because I've took a few liberties with the high Pella potions and some of the rule check, you know, some of the clauses and stuff like that. I kind of want to do this a bit legitimately. I think that's what it is, right? And I'm happy to even use tomorrow's stream to do this as well. And then we do the big one. We do the big one versus Specky on Sunday, because I can't stream now on Saturday. Yeah, I got Ally. But if I'm doing it with Auron, I guess what we could do, instead of resetting, Yeah, I could do that, or I could use Victor, and we just, I don't know, do some. All right, let's go for Malborough again, or we can just restart, recharge. It does mean we have to fuck about with this though. Come on, Pad, for God's sake. The other thing is, though, I've just realised we've actually got better odds at getting Riku a drop versus the Shred. But actually, I'm not concerned about that, I suppose. So one thing we can do is we could do this because Auron's got just saves us resetting all the time. Let's get Riku into SOS. Oh shit. Be cool if I wonder if Auron, since he was petrified. Let's go. I don't know. I can't get that information online, LG. For some reason, I can't get that, yeah, information online. Fuck's sake. I can't get, yeah, what it takes in terms of the odds of Auron getting it. I can't find it. Right, I can't have Riku with such low HP because she's going to keep having to stand up all the time. Oh no, we don't want this. Oh, that's a good shout. Kill the Malboroughs, yeah, and then Shreds. I like that. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Yeah. I just need to get Riku into SOS here. Right, that's it. That's what I want. So. So yeah. So I get ya. So I guess what we need is then is we need Riku in Victor as well. Let's put him in Victor and all, just in case. Let's just give you that. Initiative, sensor. Do we need sensor, or would I rather have... Okay, let's put in an autosave. Yeah, I think that is the optimization, LG. You're right. Because if we do the math debt as well, we can just use grenades at a somewhat lower rate as well. When Oren has OD, you take him out. Well, I need to, though. I know what you mean. So like that, and then bring him in. Use it. Okay, let's try that then. So, no, not that. We want the Marlborough. Oh, the fucking pad. The Bluetooth was reconnecting. Oh, close. Right, I guess then, I suppose after every what's her name, we just need to do that. Now we fight the Marusu. A couple of times to get Oren's overdrive back up. Yeah, I need to get a wireman. Actually, no, you're right. We need to do the shred. Because we actually get a higher. Right, we've been a bit caggy with the overdrives here, but I think we've got a loop on the go now. Just have to make sure that we bring Tidus in versus the Marlborough. So we just need to do one more off the cuff. One. We won't have to do this one going forward. That one was to just get Riku's back. But yeah, I think we got the strat now. So we do the Marlborough. We then do this shred with Riku's overdrive. Actually, it's Surfer for Director. No, it's not. Now we do... Yep, so now we do this. Yeah, the bloody pad, man. It's going to cost me at some point. I know it is. So now we swap Tidus for Riku. Just means we have to come out of this every so often. Now we fight the Shred. Because I think, because of her double overdrive, Auron and her are actually probably going to have a full overdrive at the same time. Oh, were you on your phone? Is that why? Right, this is the strat now. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to do Malbra, Shred, Melisine, Melisine, Melisine. And I know that's not as optimized, but for Berserk Ward. But what it means is we just use less grenades. We use grenades at half the rate. Now we do the Malbra. I think we've got this locked down. The good thing about actually having Tidus in there is if we do fuck up the shooting star, we can actually bring Riku in place of Tidus and use a Hyper Mighty Guard. So that's even better. Yeah, that's what it feels like we're probably going to have to do. Or we could use grenades at half the rate, LG, and you do Malbra, Shred, Melisine, Melisine. Is there anything that gives us Berserk Ward that can be taken out with one Shred? That we've captured? That's a thought. Suppose we could fight the Cactuar. Oh no, we need 2 grenades for the Cactuar. No, I think you're right. Let's worry about optimization as opposed to so now it's the Shred. You're right, that's the strat. Now it's the Shred. With the double map. Then it's the Marusu. The fact that we've had no fucking drops from the Malbra so far is just a bit of a joke, really. Yeah, I suppose we can just do this. So yeah, so it's Malbra, Shred, Marusu times 3. Because Auron is only going at 20%. Is shooting star blocking drops? Technically, yes, it is, Trizjo, but we've got a much higher percentage chance of getting Berserk Ward plus 2 freeze from the Malbra than we have from the other enemies. However, because Auron gets the final blow, he's technically got more of a chance of getting the armor, but I'm not worried about that, you see. Yes, we did get that lucky Serene Armlet for Kamari with Berserk Ward and 2 free slots, which is what we need. But actually, because that was such a bloody low chance, banking more on, or I'm going to use the rest of this stream for however long to try and get something from the Malbra. What am I doing here? So we're on Mafdet number 3. Sorry. Marusu number 3. It's just the odds are low. That's the problem. Xiaomi got Death Touch on a weapon with First Strike. So nothing so far. And it's a shame the Monster Arena guy doesn't sell grenades, you see, which is a bit of a bummer. So I believe we go back to the Marlborough now. Yeah. This whole discussion is like FF4 pink tail drops. Oh, I've heard about that, man. No drops yet from the Marlboroughs. That is ridiculous. This is meant to be a 50% drop. The other thing I could do is actually turn on the true RNG. Because that's what we did for... I think that's what we did for the SOS Overdrive farming. So that's what I'll do now. Let's just put in... Do you summon 5 and kill them 100% of the time? Or do you spawn the 8 times flans to kill them sometimes? You have to summon 5 times to kill the flans. Oh my god. Just making sure we're not doubling up on anything. So we're on... I think it's Shred 1 now. Yeah. We'll get into a rhythm. This feels better than just keep restarting. No drops yet, which is a joke. No, you can summon 5 at a time to kill. That feels like the better strat then. But because the drop rate is 0.078 for each flan, got ya. The only way we make this even more optimised is if we had Auron in SOS and with his SOS Overdrive weapon, plus we had Riku with just a First Strike weapon. No, we need to adjust the party. So now we go with Marlborough. Oh, get the preemptive. Look at all them beautiful turns. To be fair, I need to equip Kimari with initiative because he's the only character he's the only character that is in all fights. Tidus isn't, Riku isn't, and Auron isn't. Some people think spawning the 8 flans encounter is better. Sounds better. Because yeah, for this strat, we don't really need Riku in double overdrive. We'll get there. I'm prepared to stay on for a couple of hours, so do a bit more grinding. We've done fucking enough anyway, so we might as well do a bit more. I know we got lucky with the Serene Armlet, and I think we've got that in the bag, right? I think we've cashed that in. It would be nice to get something, another one, because I think that's just a very lucky drop, if I'm honest. Right, we need one more. Wow, you're spot on, LG. We survived the proof armor, the proof farming. 6 hours of that, 6.5 hours of that. So yeah, piece of cake this is. Anything compared to that proof armor stream is a fucking doddle, man. Anything. And if we have to go for another attempt, I am not doing that shit again. What is going on? We've had no drops from the Marlborough. None whatsoever. So far, since we've been doing this. Do it again, you coward. Yeah, okay, just another 7 hours chill farming session. Let's go for it. Why fucking not? Why not? This feels like entertainment. Nah. We need the 2. That was from the shred, though. We've had more luck versus the shred so far. Well, from the shred type enemies. Remember, we need 2 free slots. Yep, Netflix and farming. Let's fucking go, man. To be fair, I've got the second big screen set up now, so I need to start figuring out how I can get chat on there and full screen FFX on here, or full screen FFX on the big screen for me, and chat on here. So we've had 2 drops so far. A ring for Yuna. Give me a ring. And an armlet for Kamari. Now the armlet for Kamari is the 1. And yes, if by the end of this we don't get the drop we need for Riku, I'm just going to hack that in. But wouldn't it be nice if we got something legit for Riku? That would just be wonderful. So we need to swap. No. Right, shooting star. Let's go. No, I don't have... Do you not have chat on OBS? Yeah, that's what I'm reading it from, you see. Oh my god. I mean, that's quite a nice bracer, to be fair. I'm actually going to take that. So... quite a nice bracer. That's our first bracer, though, from... Yeah, well, it's like, I don't think it's plugged in, actually, the second screen, so I do need to get that sorted. Yeah, that's not a bad drop, is it, to be fair? So, Let's keep going, though. Yeah, that's very true. He does get the stone proof, doesn't he, on Gagazet? No, we don't need that. We need the shreds. So we've had 3 drops so far. 3 serene drops. Yep, solid hit, Trizgio. Pretty solid for Auron, that is. But yeah, you're right, LG. He does get... It would be nice versus... I was going to say the Great Marlborough, but we... Oh no, we may see that if we don't get a no encounters from the... What's her name? From the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. I've got a feeling we've got more chance of getting a Riku drop from these enemies, from the shred. Yeah, so what I'm considering doing is having full screen FFX on the big screen. Actually, I might swap them about, and then having OBS on the second screen. Some sort of configuration anyway. It's basically a TV, the second screen. I thought rather than just getting a, you know, like a 20-inch screen or whatever this is, quite small, I might as well just use the you know, 32-inch TV that I'm not using already. Yeah, it was worth keeping, that drop was, to be fair. Worth keeping 100%. So we can swap Auron back to the back row now. Yeah, there is the backup though if it does go a bit belly up versus the Marlborough, because we can use Tidus to swap for Riku and then use a Mighty G. And Kimari might get a turn there, to be fair. Another Serene Bracer. Fucking hell, that is beautiful. I mean, technically, Auron... I mean, I'm gonna take it. But do we... No, the one I'm gonna swap for Riku, if we don't get one for Riku, is the Kimari one, because that's just the basic one. Tell you what, that can go. Yeah, now that's a good drop with the 2 frees. Like a legit good drop. Surfer for Riku. I'm almost like I wanna get something legitimately now for Riku. I've got like the hunger for it. I don't actually know how big this small one is that I've got. It does look about 18 to 20 inches. But yeah, I'm basically rocking like a second screen. It's like a big fucking TV. Well, I say big, it's like a standard like, you know, bedroom sized TV. Right, now's the Maru suit. So we're doing good for drops, I suppose, now. Now the Marlborough's decided to let up some of the Serene stuff. But it's all been for Auron. 21 and a 27. See, that ain't really that far off what I've got, LG. This is probably a 20-inch, yeah, what I'm working on at the moment. While streaming, the chat plebs get the 21-inch one, got you. And then you run full screen on the 27-inch, is that correct? Yeah, drops from the Marusu are going to be few and far between, right? Love my 21. What make is that, LG? Because I've got one. I've got a small Samsung 20-inch and then a Psyche or a Seiki. I think it was something like Audi years ago. Right, back to the Marlboro. AOC, nice. Not heard of that, mate, to be fair, but nice. Are they like popular makes in Portugal? Come on, Dauntless, that's what we're after. A Dauntless with 2 frees. No. You tight bastard. The Marlboro. Tight bastard. Right, the Shred. Right, it's got to make a quick text to the wife. Okay, back to it. Right, that was the Shred, so we're going into the Marusu phase. AOC is pretty famous worldwide, I think, and if it's a HD TV, that's a good monitor to have. Yeah, I don't know if this one is, but definitely the Psyche's a HD TV. I think the Samsung one is, more than likely. I got them when living in the UK, that's cool. Nice. Set that for Yuna. Yeah, that can go. So we're actually getting decent drops, to be fair. As in, decent, like, drop rate. But nothing concrete for Riku yet. We're just not getting that optimal mix of character, ability and slots. But we'll get there. I think that was the third. No, second. Right, that was the third. Let's just bring Tidus back in. Sorry, folks. Okay, into the director. The director can eject the dangerous Malboro when we get the code correct. Come on, Dauntless. Right, we just need to switch. The Shred. Oh, on the preemptive as well. Come on, Dauntless. Nope. So we've actually had more luck versus the Marusu so far than we have the Shred. Even though the Shred gives us a better chance. And we've had drops for Auron, Kimahri and Yuna. But nothing for Riku so far. Even though she's doing most of the groundwork. Versus these enemies. We'll get there though. I do want to get it legitimately. I do. I am hungry for it now. I can't remember if that was the second or the third one, so we're just going to go for it. Right, what I guess I need to do, though, is actually get Kimahri. No, I don't. No, I don't. Just in case I fuck up Shooting Star. I was going to say get Kimahri into SOS, but no, I won't. Just in case I fuck up, he's at full health for the Malboro fight, which is the most important. Alright, let's just swap out. No, I don't want that. I want that. Okay. Come on, Dauntless. It's a shame Riku doesn't have anything that can inflict eject. I like that it extends the animation. And you can see it going up into the background. That's cool. You can stick your ominous rod where the bloody sun don't shine, mate. Okay. Shred. No, no Dauntless. As LG in the chat said, though, compared to the 28 times Hopello Potion stream, which took about 6 hours, this feels like child's play. This feels like a piece of cake. We get a critical. I think we get an overkill versus that. I think. Although, actually, I've just realised I don't think overkills make a difference. It's the one that gets the final blow that makes the difference in the drop. Now it's Malboro time. Soon comes round the Malboro fight. The fact that Tidus gets that turn there is so important. Because if we do mess up, or if the pad fucks up, when we're doing Shooting Star, it's just such a good contingency plan. Nah, keep your peaceful Sunder. So we've got a nice loop going on at the moment, but just nothing concrete for Riku yet, which is a shame. But there's always the next fight. There's always the next battle. I'm probably going to go till about... Well, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. If we start getting loads of drops... Not for Riku. I might consider turning off and turning back on the good old strat. In fact, let me put an autosave in, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, actually. So let's get rid of the cutscene remover. If anything happens, though, we've got that Serene armlet with the Berserk Warden 2 freeze in the kitty. But I really do want to kind of grind out one legitimately for Riku. So let's put the True RNG. I don't know if that benefits us or not, actually. There's another question for Coryphean. Does the enabling the True RNG patch benefit us or not? So we're on the Marusu phase. We just need the ×4 on. There we go. See? Maybe turning off and turning back on versus the Marusu and the Shred is the strat. Maybe. We'll give it a couple more times and then, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I've got a feeling going in on a fresh... Yeah, Marusu's full of drops tonight, man. Mabra needs to step up its game. It's giving some decent drops for Auron, but that's about it, really. Come on, Dauntless, 2 frees. No, bullshits. Bullshits. Tell you what we'll do is we'll go until we've run out of grenades, and then we'll consider maybe turning off, turning back on again for a bit against the Shred. Ah, fuck it. Come on. I reckon we're going to get it from this sort of enemy, though. Yeah, I wonder if the true... Oh, I used a mix on the Marusu instead of the Shred. LG, that's all. I think this should be the last one. Unless... yeah. Got 2 preemptives in a row. That's good. $14 grenades. Okay. I've got a feeling the turning off, turning back on again is going to be the one. Excuse me. It is a shame that Riku can't do the work for us versus the Marlborough either. Two drops, both shit. What kind of did annoy me about the remaster is they didn't fix... oh, what's the eject kick for Kimahri called? It's going to annoy me now. Thrust kick to have eject. That annoyed me, because that would just make Kimahri absolutely broken. Come on, Dauntless. No. What's the... yeah, so we'll go until we've run out of grenades, which I think is in 2 rounds. Yeah, it does annoy me, that does. The fact that they could have really buffed Kimahri with that. Especially in challenge runs. Oh, is that what... oh, I remember actually. That's correct, yeah. Coryphean has modded that into his... sorry, has changed that in his mod. Doesn't Seed Cannon inflict poison as well, or poison and confusion? Which actually I think is a very worthy change as well. Because let's face it, a lot of Kimahri's early overdrives are either useless or just a bit pathetic, really. You might as well attack twice. That's cool as well, right when removing status effects. Does it remove breaks as well, LG, or just like poison and stone and things like that in Berserk? So he really has buffed Kimahri, or buffed the Ronso Rages at least. I mean, he's dropping. The Marlborough's dropping, just not what we need. We need that good shit, that good Berserk Ward shit. Come on, Dauntless. Dauntless 2 freeze. Let's go. No. Such a disappointment. The Shredders give us... we have literally... bled the shred dry. It must have nothing left for us. Yeah, he did, which sucks because I completely fucked his sphere grid. God's sake. LG. When are you getting back into that, pal? Is it after Claire Obscure? Not when you're going to be streaming the penance fight, or you're just going to go directly to the penance fight. You're not going to stream the other Dark Aeons. Right, we'll do this last shred. No, we'll do the fact. No, we're going to go and we're actually going to just go and get ourselves some more grenades now. Okay. Get them. Nice. They were really interesting fights though, man. And I know they were long streams, but the fact that we could see like how you've broke the problem down, because each of them is basically a puzzle, isn't it? Right, back to it. I do actually believe that this is the Marlborough phase. Yep. I think one thing I am considering for the proper Nuzlocks is the proper Nuzlocke attempts is, and I don't know whether to just bake this. I don't know whether to bake this into the rules or just have it as kind of like an off-handed rule. But it's basically if an enemy has 100% drop rate. And it drops something for a character other than Riku, and it drops something, it drops an equipment ability that isn't the one I want, but it can drop it. I'm just going to be a change in it. But if that enemy doesn't have a 100% drop rate, I'm not going to be able to do that. I've got to grind it out. So for this, for instance, I've got to grind out the what's the name, the Berserk War 2 free slots for Riku. But whereas something like Sleep Strike versus Gui, that's 100% drop. Shit. Also, I'm going to be honest, I've had something which I've not had in a long time, which is absolutely no desire to play FFX. Jeez, man. To be fair, you had your Nosfigure playthrough, then you went into the Masters mod, was it? Or did you do something else after that? Right, we're on the Marusu phase. To be fair, since I was starting this, since probably we got Riku, this game has felt like a completely, like this challenge has made me feel that this game is completely different. I know it's a very long-winded challenge, particularly in this Spectral Keeper phase. NSG into 3 solo playthroughs. Ah, that was it. You did 12, 13, and I can't remember which one else. And then Masters mod got you. So is it more kind of FF fatigue than anything else, LG? Excuse me. We'll get there. I've just got this inkling though that if we turned it off and turned it back on again and did that, similar to what we did with SOS Overdrive versus the Shred, I reckon we'd have a probably better luck. Oh, of course, you did Tidus, Riku and Solo back to back. No wonder you got fucking Final Fantasy X fatigue. But yeah, you've pumped out a lot of Final Fantasy recently, haven't you? Or I would say in the last 12 months. So no wonder you got fatigue. But yeah, it sounds like it's more FF fatigue. But then I messed up on the Dark Aeons due to really not wanting to play, which then made it impossible to kill Pelants, as it was now. And after repeating and giving myself some drops, and it doesn't feel the same. Yeah, you keep your shit drop, Marlborough. I get ya. Sometimes you've just got to do it for yourself, haven't you, really? Like, I'm in this position, I could have easily have just took that Serene Armlet that we got from the Marusu at like the 48-minute mark, but it just didn't feel right. Sometimes you've just got to do it for yourself. As in, playing the game doesn't feel the same. Or it doesn't feel the same hacking stuff in. Which is why I'm going to start the FF series streams all in order. Nice. Looking forward to them, pal. As a penance to myself, I will play through FF2 all the way. I can't remember the last time I played FF2. I remember playing FF1 and I really enjoyed it. But I can never, ever, ever, for the life of me, ever remember my playthrough of FF2. Beating the mod after not being 100% legit doesn't feel quite right. I agree with that, LG, and I implore you, and the full respect for the grind. Fucking hell, here we go. Oh, are you joking me? You got no bloody free slots. Okay. We must have the free slots, by the way. So that is useless to us. So we've had 2 drops now from the Marusu. That's some serious percentages. Beating the mod after not being 100% legit doesn't feel quite right. I remember the last time I played it. Played an hour, hated every second of it, quit. Yeah, 0 slots, man. That's bullshit. Because you can have 0 to 1, no, I think it's 1 to 3 abilities, or 2, and then 2 to 4, or 1 to 3 slots versus the Marusu. I suppose that's the issue. Right. Or an int back row. Yeah, not good. Right. I mean, we've had every combination other than what we need for Riku so far. Nah, can keep that, mates. Now is the shred. So we've had fuck all from the shred, to be fair. The shred is... We have milked the shred dry. It's got no high pillow potions left. It's got nothing for us. It's got no serene armors. It would be great, though, if we did get the Riku Dauntless from it. I mean, I can't believe we've had more luck versus the Marusus than we have the shred. That's crazy. The odds of versus the Mandragora are exactly the same as they are versus the Malbra. But the Malbra is a safer encounter because it doesn't inflict poison on its physical. And I think it's slightly weaker with its attacks. Plus, I believe it's slightly slower. So we get that crucial turn with Tidus if we fuck up the shooting star, which means we can use a Mighty G, which means we can survive at least one other turn, which means we've got plenty of time to get the fuck out of there. Right, my favourite enemy at the moment is the Marusu, because it's giving us some drops. Just not the drops we need. I think, to be honest, I am asking for a lot, right? I'm asking for Berserk Ward, 2 free slots, 4 Riku. Like, if we do get to the end of the stream, like, it's 10:30 my time. I am gonna hack it in, but it would be wonderful to get it as a legit drop. And you can't say I haven't tried. I basically got everything but Berserk Ward and 2 frees. Nice. Just thinking if there's a way I can kill it with Riku, but I don't think there is. Not like efficiently anyway. Come on, Dauntless. Calamity Sphere. Yeah, we'll take that. That's alright. Okay. Swapping for the Shred. It would be ironic if the Shred did give us the armour that we're after. It would be really ironic. No. It's literally sick of fighting us after that 6-hour stream. Actually, having a preemptive is not optimised, but we need it to prevent us from having an ambush versus the Malbra. Because no one wants an ambush versus any Malbra enemy, ever. But I guess the... Oh, twice in a row. God's sake. And we haven't had a critical grenade versus one of these yet. Which would mean an overkill. But actually, I don't think overkill... I keep saying this. I keep needing to remind myself that overkills actually have fuck all to do with drop percentages. So it looks like, in terms of Gil, we can do this a long time. It looks like we're kind of plus minus 2,000 in terms of Gil for this strategy, which is perfect. Come on, Dauntless 2 frees. No. Yeah, it's a shame, really. It's a shame that it only impacts items and Gil. You know what we could do? We could sell these. Just as a 400 extra cash. Goes towards 1 grenade. No. Well, I can't remember if we've got Oran's overdrive. No, we didn't. That's good. Come on, Dauntless. Although we've already had a Dauntless actually from this. Just no free slots. Oh, nice preemptive. That's good. Let's go, Dauntless. That's a fucking fantastic drop. Let's see at the bottom if we've got anything crap we can swap this for, because this is a great drop for Tidus. No. Is there anything for Whacker? Because technically... yeah, we can swap for that, actually. Yeah, no, man. Why Tidus? Look, I'm going to go till, what, 11. So I'll go for another half hour, right? And we'll see where we are. And then we can just, I don't know, pick the best one. Pick the best one for Riku. And then give her that. And then just swap it for Riku. Or just give her the Serene Armlet one. That we got fucking an hour and a half ago. An hour and 45 minutes ago. Yeah. It is a shame. But hey, this is FFX, right? If we wanted it for Tidus, we would have been getting it for Riku. We all know that. No. So that's one Marusu. Two Marusu. You know, in that previous Marlborough attempt, Tidus had just as much of a percentage as getting that drop as did Riku, because neither of them got the final blow. So we're literally being screwed over by a fucking dice roll. The outcome of a dice roll. Which is freaking bullshit in my eyes. Anyway, we'll have another go. Tell you what I do want to do. I want to put a save in. Let's get the overdrives back, and then we'll put a save in. Because we've got some busted stuff, to be fair. No, we've had no luck versus that shred. It really hates us. And I can't believe we've had more luck versus the Marusu. Although I don't think the... in fact, no, the odds actually of getting a Dauntless are roughly the same. I think it's a 1 in 7 difference. But actually, it's the spread of slots and abilities that actually is different between the Marusu and the shred. Yeah, I did rob him blind for... Well, it's actually a combined total now of about 12 hours, so... In super speed, yeah. Right, let's do a 1-4-3 save. What is the safest? Probably that, ain't it? Snow Wolf. Because I do think it's built into its what's the name to go for the lowest character. Actually, I've just realised it's gonna have to make it's no difference though here. So just to save some resources. Right, we're on the Marlborough phase again. Soon comes round, that does. Okay. Shooting Star, Excelente. Half of me kind of half regrets doing the grind, but no, I do want to get this legitimately. What I will do is just put another quick auto save in. Now we have the shred. I reckon if I was selling the stuff though that I've got from these battles, chances are we're probably plus minus 0. No luck versus the Marusu. Right, 2 more battles. Oh, we did get... Oh, no, we don't get the overkill if we get the critical. That's interesting. Saves us a grenade, though. That's good. First time in a while, if ever, we've had a critical grenade. No, no Dauntless to speak of. Okay. I only learnt the other day that, well, I say the other day, probably a couple of months back, that Dragon Fang inflicts delay. Until then, I did not know that. Eye poker. Oof. That's a fucking busted drop. 3 frees. Let's get rid of something shit from... It's a busted drop, that was. Yeah, I only learned that the couple of months back. Dragon Fang inflicts delay. And to be fair, I only learnt this, I believe, when I was reviewing some of this footage for one of the VODs. And I think he used Dragon Fang in like Mihen or Mushroom Rock. And the enemy's turn was delayed for some reason. Because it doesn't have it on the help bar, does it? That it inflicts delay. It's not explicit. It just says damages an enemy. Right, 2 more Marusus. Get a fair few preemptives. That's good. No. Oh, delay from Dragon Fang has saved you in NSG in the Thunder Plains before Shooting Star. Ah, yeah, that's true. Suppose, yeah. Was that like versus like the Iron Giant? I mean, Dragon Fang is fantastic anyway because it targets all enemies. Right, another attempt at the Malboro. Yeah, damages all enemies. Damages an enemy. Damages an enemy. Strange how it doesn't give us like the extra text. Let's go. Come on, Dauntless 2 frees. That would wrap up tonight perfectly. Fuck all. To be fair, I put Iron Giants on a pedestal because of this challenge. And it's delay on that damn dragon. Oh, yes. That's actually, yeah, a very tough encounter. You're right. Yeah, because that can wipe out pretty much anyone bar Auron if it gets a turn, especially on an ambush. Although actually by then you will have had access to the what's-her-name, the initiative sword for Auron, so if you've grinded out all of the gil for it, I suppose. If not, then yeah, the damn dragon. And if you haven't actually bought any grenades for the first half of the Thunder Plains. Yeah. But I think the only place to buy grenades before then is the Mihen shop where Ring gives you the first primer. Nah, this is just not looking good. Right, I'm going to go for another 14-ish minutes, folks. You got to always grind out that gil. Yeah, 100% for the initiative. I remember my first NSG playthrough, I didn't buy the initiative. And I think my run was abysmal through Thunder Plains and Macalania. Yeah, you need a sentry and a good TKO actually, not the fucking Timu TKO I've been handed by Awaka. The Timu knockout. Yeah, my first, I think it was my first one, or one of the back in the day on the PS2 when I started NSG. I didn't buy it because I couldn't be asked to grind. Obviously PS2 you didn't have the ×4, did you? So yeah, no initiative. And I regretted it. 100% regretted it. Oh, come on. We've had nothing from that bloody shred. Yeah, I'm going to go for about another 15 minutes, folks. And then we'll make a decision on which, if we don't get the Riku drop, which armour goes to Riku. Because really, all we've been is hurt by the RNG here. And to be quite frank, we've done more than enough grinding over the last, I think, probably 4 or 5 streams. In Macalania and the Thunder Plains, ambush does mean death. And Beacon Owl, that's another thought. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Dark Aeons without auto haste. You know, that'd be a fun challenge, to be fair. No. Maybe a bit of reset magic. Maybe we can reset the cutscene remover because it's got the true RNG patch. Right, we are back to the Marlborough phase of the strat. So let's bring in the director. Boom, shakalaka. See ya, mate. No drops, man. 2 Marlboroughs on the bounce have been no drops. Let's hope we get some luck finally versus the shred. Although, we have had plenty of luck versus the shred. So I cannot complain. It's just not letting up. We've had a bit of luck versus the Marusu. In fact, we got that Serene Armlet 48 minutes into the bloody stream. In which, actually, in that battle, Kimari had less of a chance of getting that armour than Riku did. Because Riku got the final blow with the grenade. I think in that battle, Kimari took a turn to hit the Marusu. But Riku got the final blow with a grenade. So it's a shame, really. Okay, last one. But he's sick of talking to me, that bloke. Okay, Malborough, give me some good stuff, man. Just... Berserk Ward 2 free slots. I'm not even asking for a 4-slot armor. With something else. Although Berserk Ward and 3 free slots would be fucking busted. Keep your shit Dark Touch weapon. Berserk Ward and 3 free slots does not change the Spectral Keeper strat, by the way. Just an FYI. I don't think it changes the initial phase of the Yunalesca strat either. Now I'm getting greedy. I've been grinding for 3 hours and I've literally got 1 Dauntless for Riku. And she's been doing the majority of the killing. I suppose with the Malborough. But other characters have had drops. And that could have been a Riku drop. We've got more chance of definitely of getting something from the Malborough. That's the thing. It just takes so bloody long to reset. Okay, last one, and then we go into... Oh, and I wouldn't say the last Malborough, actually. We'll try and get 2 more Malboroughs in before I finish up. How are the Aeons looking? They're looking fucking strong, man. Jesus. Okay, back to the Wiggly Boy. Let's go. Come on. Dauntless. 3 out of 4 now. We've had no drops from the Malborough. Ridiculous. This true RNG patch is a waste of fucking space. We've literally had more drops from the Marusu than we've had from any other enemy in today's stream. Nice, 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 nice. Not nice. Not nice when we don't get a drop. I can't believe we've only had 1 Dauntless. A bit ridiculous. Yeah, I reckon we can squeeze in probably 2 more Malboroughs, to be fair. Okay, back to the Wiggly Boy. Yeah, I reckon we'll squeeze in 2 more. Come on. Come on, Dauntless. Just for once, just give me what I need, Marlborough, please. Fuck all. That's what I don't need. Ridiculous drops. $27 on the dot. No. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, we'll go for another Marlborough, then I'll get the overdrives back up, and then we'll call it a night. Because that leaves us with very little grenades anyway, so we'll come to a nice stop gap. No. Then we'll make the decision on the Dauntless. And then we'll call it a night. But then the big one is tomorrow, folks, versus the Spectral Keeper. That's what we've been building up for God knows how many hours grinding. Nice. Okay, last Marlborough. Let's hope it's a good one. Come on, fingers crossed. Nope. I mean, a bangle. Lulu's in the back. We've just not had the RNG gods on our side. Last shred of the night. Let's hope it's a good one. It's not going to be. No. Have little faith with the shreds. Come on, Marusu. Give me the love. Give me that last battle magic. I guess we've rode all of our luck in the previous Berserk proof stream. No. Right, last one, folks. And then we are going to move on to the Dauntless. Last battle magic? Will we? No, what a shame. Okay, so. Right, equipment. Let's have a look. So I think we got one for Kamari, one for Tidus, and one for one for Yuna as well. Should have stolen more Bella potions. Yeah. We only needed 8, to be fair, for Berserk Ward. So we didn't get that today. What, you want me to carry on for a bit, LG? Another half hour? The next fight's the fucking one, man. Oh. Alright, let's have one more then. Let's have one more go around this merry-go-round. One more. One more. One more go around. Humble, 100% of gamblers lose versus the house. I mean, we got a drop, but bag of shit. No, I'm committed now to another cycle. So maybe the shred finally gives up. Come on. Oh. So, Marusu number 1. I actually haven't got enough grenades to do 3 Marusus. So actually that was the last Marusu. So what we're going to have to do is... we're actually going to have to do this. Because we're out of grenades then. So, no grenades left. So, let's go back to the equipment that we've got and have a look what we think is best that we give to Riku. So this one we already had before. This was all in effort to try and get this armour legitimately. And we've come ever so close with... So we already had that before. Don't know where they've all gone, to be fair. Right, we picked up this one. We also picked up... We didn't pick up this, I don't think, today. I think you already had that. We picked up this 48 minutes in, and I think this is the one we're going to go for, to be honest. That's... we're going to keep anyway. That's useless to us, though. That's busted. Eye poker, that's sick name. Oof, that's a waste on Whacker, that is. That's a waste on Lulu. Right, this is also something that we picked up for Tidus, but we could swap that to Riku maybe. I just don't know where Poison Ward's really going to come in. Unless the game's going to actually tell me that we've picked up a Berserk Ward for Riku unexpectedly. No, we haven't. Okay. So, I reckon just... and it's going to feel like a bit of a waste, but I think this we're going to give to Riku, this Serene Armlet. So let me load up any other objections. Is there any thoughts on giving her one of the armlet or shield that includes the poison ward? So we've got this Serene Bracer for Auron, or we've got a Serene Shield for Tidus. But I actually think it's just worth us just giving her that. Because we picked that up versus the Marusu in like the 3rd encounter. Careful, Aura still on the front line. Oh, okay. Right, I'll do it, but if there's any objections, let me know in the chat. Right, Serene Armour, Berserk Ward. Okay, just need to make sure that we've got the correct configuration. Riku's Targes. Bangle 3. Okay. Character Riku. Dauntless. Targe 3. Berserk Ward. Excelente. Right. Dauntless. Perfect. So, because let's be real, the Ward plus 2 free slots should have been the quickest to farm when doing this again. Absolutely agree. And in that battle, we got that armor versus the Marusu. Kimari had a less chance of getting that armor because Riku got the final blow with grenades. So, folks, we've got the Dauntless. We've got 2 free slots. We've got the items to prepare for Spectral Keeper. Join me tomorrow night for the final showdown versus Spectral Keeper. It's all going to come down to that. Let's drop a save in. I guess as a final thing, what I will do is just go and top up on my items. We'll come back to the Monster Arena and then we will stick another save in and then we'll call it a night. I guess the normal Berserk Ward is better just for consistency's sake. Yeah, I agree, LG. That's why we're going, yeah, for the vanilla one. For the vanilla one. Just the plain old Berserk Ward plus 2 frees. So let's stick in a save now. Right, we'll call that a night, folks. If you have joined us in the chat, great to have you with me as always. If you are joining on the VOD, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the community. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. LG, my man, appreciate you always sticking around, brother. And for the continued love, support, comments, chats, everything, man. Appreciate it all. Everyone else who's joined us, Triz Joe, we've had in the chat tonight as well. Great to see you, buddy. And yeah, we've had a few others. So appreciate the love and support as always. If you are joining us on the VOD, make sure you're checking me out tomorrow, which is the 9th of October on the Thursday. It'll be about the same time, about 8 PM UK time, for the final showdown with Spectral Keeper. Take it easy, everyone. LG, take it easy, my man. Catch you all on the next one. See you tomorrow. Take it easy. Bye for now. Yeah, Spectral Keeper's going down tomorrow. The strategy is 90 to 95% certain. So, let's fucking go. Catch you all on the next one.